Rocking them jump offs.
Oh, I gotta put these on. Check. Okay, it's working.
What's the haps?
What's up, Kevin?
You hear it?
What's my name?
I
Brock
got
Lesnar. Is my
Brock
name?
Landers, dude.
Brock Landers. Brock Landers.
Yeah. What's up, everybody?
What's up, everybody?
Can you hear yourself? I can't hear me yet, dude.
No, I'm good. You plugged that shit in wrong because you had.
No, I got it. I got it.
Okay. Cool. Yeah, I can hear me.
6 minutes, Dougie Fresh. On.
Oh.
All right. It's a little slow. Went to a party last night. What's the date, man?
What's the date? Yesterday was the 21st.
Well, today's Sunday, September 22nd.
Yes, we went back to the future last night.
Yeah. Marty, Doc Brown, all of them.
It felt like it. It was so. It was good. It was good though. We went back to the future.
So we give some shout outs. Went to Weller's not here today. He went to a wedding last night. We went to Weller's cousin's 40th birthday.
Are they cousins?
Yeah.
Get the fuck
Yeah.
out. I had no idea.
You need to pull this joker closer, dude.
I had no idea they were cousins.
Yeah, Weller's related to all of them, dude. So happy birthday, Sylvia, 40th birthday.
Happy birthday.
Carlos Ninos, what's up?
What's up?
Darnell, thanks to Jack and Marlo for throwing a kick-ass party.
That was
the Lopez's.
That was so nice of them.
It's good, man. It's nice deal.
And they got a really nice place.
Seen a cute couple there last night. Zane and Sheldon look good together. Gabe Garcia, Art Gomez, Amy and Dave Winkler.
Yeah.
I seen the Hinkies out at Farm to Fork last night. What's up to all the Hinkies? Kevin and Janine Farron. We got a special dude, Chris Segal from Germany. Thanks for coming, a new podcast member.
Yeah.
As always, vote for Sean Farmer for city council.
Sean Farmer.
Like that guy.
I'd
like to thank Chavez Heating and Air for coming out and fixing my stuff and being really, really cool about it. And then that's Brian. What's up, Brian? And then last on here, we got Desiree and Jason Aguilian.
Close enough.
Oh, Desiree and Juan.
Juan.
Desiree and Juan.
Juan, yeah.
Yeah. What's up, Juan? I'll text you later today, man. So, like I said, Weller's out today, but we'll crush through this. You guys know Tito. He's been here before.
I'm not Tito.
Oh, I'm sorry. Brock Landers. You guys know Brock Landers. He's been here before.
Yeah.
And then I shaved my beard. I know I look weird.
There's a delay. You know that when we look at the screen? Huh?
That's because it's recording, man.
Oh, that's a
It's
trick.
recording. Yeah, there's sound. And yeah, don't try to trick the camera,
I'm tricking it, dude. I'm tricking it.
No.
Okay.
It's going to be on there forever, dude.
That's crazy. No, that shit's going to be out there. It is going to be out there forever.
I know. So I did want to say what's up to John Paul's. I got some new John Paul's. I don't know. I had the last ones for about 6 months, dude.
Those look way better than... Well, the old... Yeah, those are less old man style, but they're pretty dope.
I like the old man style, though. I mean, a lot of people haven't heard of these or don't know about them yet, but they got the little peekaboos on the side right here, so you can like be chilling like this, thinking you're talking to somebody, but peeping out over here or peeping out over here. But that's what happened, man. There's a little weak spot in there because they do that, and that's where the old ones cracked right there.
I thought you glued your old ones, though. Did you?
I did. I tried to ghetto file them, dude, and it didn't work, man. I said, fuck it, I'll get some new ones, so... Obviously, we got a bunch of shit on the board this week, but the big thing going down this week has been the Kavanaugh Supreme Court. They're trying to get him on the Supreme Court, and the Democrats just keep throwing junk, dude. So
they keep on blocking.
I'm kind of set up the story, and then we'll go at it. You can take that side if you want to take that side, dude. But so what happened was they had all his confirmation hearings. He talked to all the senators. He did the thing in front of the court. All that shit is basically done. Everything except for a vote. Then Feinstein comes out with this anonymous letter that's the first thing. First of all,
but why did she wait? Here's the first thing though. Why did she wait? Okay.
Accuser wanted to be anonymous though.
Right, I remember that. Yeah. She wanted to be
And then she sent that letter to the Washington Post, and they published it as an anonymous accusation.
Right. Okay.
Okay, so from the get-go, that is illegitimate to me that you're going to accuse somebody of doing something and you're anonymous. Yeah.
Right.
Okay, so the timing of it is just fucking
wrong.
It's completely political.
They had it. Didn't they have it a couple of months prior?
Yes, that's the other thing.
Like 2 months prior to them.
Yeah, so I kind of got it stacked in my mind, but that just tells you the timing of it. They waited till everything was done, and then at the very last chance, they're like, "Hey, let's throw this in there and see if we can't prolong this." Right.
Right. That's what they did.
Regardless of the accusation, because I haven't got to that point yet, but I'm just saying, even if this guy was selling drugs or if this guy was dealing guns or whatever it may be,
right?
And it first came out as a groping. It was a groping thing, and now groping has turned into attempted rape.
Especially this dude. Yeah, I don't know if we're jumping the gun, but this cat was in high school,
17 years old,
trying to mac, right? And me, like, what's up, girl? What's up? And then all of a sudden, that's rape or and like, I don't know what her side is, right? And if he did, that's fucked up, right? So we got to kind of know the details, but I'm just really surprised that she ain't. If she's so fired up about it, how come she ain't, oh, I don't want to testify Monday, I'll make it Thursday, and I don't want to do this, and I want to be anonymous.
Well, let's keep going down the list here, man. Okay. So, she said that she wanted to remain anonymous. Dianne Feinstein flipped on her ass, and her name was leaked. And that's what happened. The Democrats leaked her name.
They leaked her name.
They leaked her name, dude.
So put her on blast.
So she's on blast, and now she feels uncomfortable with things in the situation. So then the very next thing I notice is that dude from Google comes out and he's like, hey, all the high school yearbooks from Holton Oaks High School from 1982 are wiped out. Like, you can't see any of that shit now. So it's been taken off of Google.
Why? Because I remember they had why? What happened
because there? In some of the shit they had posted, it'd be like, oh, remember that party and this and that. And they were obviously, they were getting drunk and having parties and shit while their parents were gone, like in Barbados.
Like we all do, right?
And these are, we all did. And that's the other thing. These are all high-class private school people. They have a girls' school, they have a boys' school. So when the two schools get together, they party and hook up and do all that shit. And you got to remember, it was the 80s, dude. I mean...
yeah, those were some good times.
I mean, it was just a different thing back then.
Yeah.
But so she accuses him. It's out in the Washington Post. It comes up now, and then... the other thing she does is she says that she doesn't want to come in and testify. Now, you want to accuse somebody of doing something, but you don't want to testify against them?
Well,
they asked her why, and she's like, well, I don't remember the day. I don't remember what year it was. Right. I don't remember what house it was at. All this kind of shit, right? So I'm thinking to myself...
Right.
And you've been there too. You've been fucked up before. I mean, blackout drunk and shit, right?
Yeah.
But you remember shit up until a certain point, and then you just kind of don't remember after that.
Let me ask you a question, though. Okay, do you remember... Okay, do you remember like a highlight in your high school party years? Do you remember one particular party?
Oh, yeah, I remember a bunch of parties.
Okay, what do you think? Do you remember...
I remember I did a gainer off of Jim Bull's roof out off of New Hope. I did a gainer and landed on my feet, dude.
Get the fuck out of here.
No, I did. I did.
Did you really?
And it was raining, dude, and that's the other thing.
I was like, oh.
Yeah.
That's dope.
It was stupid, though. I mean, I could have broke my neck.
But you did it.
Yeah.
It was
liquid courage, man.
Okay, on that note, give me the date, the day of the week, the date, and the time.
Oh, dude, see, that's easy, man. It was October 2nd, 1990.
Get the fuck out of here. Remember that?
It was out the day after we played. It was Lincoln versus Galt at after the homecoming game.
And you remember that day?
No, fuck no. I don't remember that shit, dude.
Why am I so gullible? I'm like, God damn, you gotta get it. I believed you, dude. I'm fucking gullible.
Dude, I can't remember what I ate yesterday.
Right. So that's kind of
Think
like,
about it.
Okay. Here's my thing then, because in her defense, right? Because I'm whatever about it, right? To be honest with you, I'm whatever. But in her defense, she don't want to get put on blast because she's like you. She don't remember none of that shit, but she knows it happened. Just like you know that shit happened.
Yeah.
Right? So she doesn't want to get put on blast. So
well,
it could have stuck with her. It could have been something that was fucked up that stuck with her because she remembers. Right? She remembers, oh, that was some messed up shit. But she don't remember the date, the time, and maybe that's why she doesn't want to testify.
Well, here's the other thing I've heard, though, man. Tons, because I listen to radio all day, man.
Right.
Different shows, different people.
Right.
And then the number one thing that people do, these people that have been raped or had some type of sexual
assault,
travesty in their life, man.
Did you just say travesty?
Yeah, travesty.
Is that I'm gonna Google that shit.
Yeah, that's probably a Fraser word, but so these people that had those things, they'll say like, yes, I remember what he was wearing, what he smelled like.
Right.
They remember everything that was going on because it was a terrifying moment in their life, man.
Exactly. So she remembers, but she probably don't remember all the details.
Well, here's the other thing, man. Okay. If she didn't tell her mom and dad, let's say she didn't tell her mom and dad it happened, right? Because they're having a party. She didn't want her parents to know she was at a party or, drinking or whatever. Everybody has a best friend or they have close friends that she's going to tell one of her girlfriends, hey, Susie, we're at this party last night. Or somebody drove her home. Somebody took her home that night. How'd she get home?
Right.
Somebody else has to know that happened or went down.
Right. No, I feel you.
There's got to be other witnesses. She said there was 2 guys in the room, right?
Yeah. So those other guys, where are those other guys?
The other guy, they found the other guy, and he's like, I don't remember that ever going down.
This is my take on it, bro. Just from outside, whatever. I don't know shit, but obviously something happened to her that stuck with her. She doesn't have the details. They were young, stupid. That's like we've all done it as well. I wouldn't say, there's a difference between raping and trying to mac or whatever. I want to see how what am I trying to say? How hard he tried, what I mean? If he was grabbing her and fucking throwing her against the wall and shit like that, that's fucked up, right? But if it was just like, hey girl, what's up? Let me get some.
Yeah, well,
then that's just being a boy in high school, right?
And that's the other thing, man. You can't take the accusations of today, the things that go on today, like, the Me Too movement. It started out as a workplace thing, right? Where unwanted advances or flirting or.
That broad for Me Too banged that kid when he was only.
Yeah, but see, it started out like that, and now everything has gone into this Me Too movement where, like, if you catcall it a girl, like, hey, what's up, girl? You looking fine or whatever, That's Me Too shit now, and they just attach everything they can to a certain because Me Too is getting played because everybody's affected by it.
Right.
Well, if you have a sister, you have a mother, you have a girlfriend that's just your girlfriend, she's affected by it,
Right.
All women are affected by it, so it affects all of us. But their main thing is to fucking, like they did with Justice Thomas, and like they did with what was his name?
Who?
Ted Kennedy chewed him up.
I don't even know.
It was another Supreme Court nomination, but
did he get nominated?
It's a game plan. It's a way that the Democrats have gone about doing this in the past, and they're doing it again now. The timing tells you it's a political move just by the timing.
And I'm gonna be honest with you too. It's like I think it's fucking the Republicans would have done the same thing. That's just a game now. It's all a game. It's all a game.
And that's the other thing. Now they've taken. It all started last 2 weeks ago when the fucking left started going into these hearings and they're yelling. They're wearing the Handmaid's Tales things. They're wearing the fucking pussy hats.
No respect for our cat. Our
I mean, you go to court. You're supposed to act a certain way in court.
Right. No respect.
But their whole point of it is to make people outraged, to get people
heated,
get them upset. Yeah, and they're not getting their point across because the dirtiness, the rudeness that they're providing overshadows what point they're trying to make.
Yeah. No, it's like that though. I think, dude, not to be all like crazy, but all politics is jacked up now.
Dirty, man. Yeah.
Everything is dirty. It's not. I think that if our forefathers were alive right now, they'd be like, "What the fuck are you guys doing?" You know?
First of all, they would want to succeed from this government and start their own government because
they probably would.
They were fucking pissed off back in the day,
right,
under the Union Jack when they were getting taxed at 20%.
Yeah. Now,
20%.
That's half of what we're getting taxed now, right?
Dude, and they decided to fucking leave their home country, go to another country and try it out. And what they have to do, they started a fucking war over here with the Indians.
Yeah.
Then they had to start a war with the fucking, the King of England and all those jokers too.
Right.
I mean, it's big time, dude. That what they're doing, they're making a mockery and clowning our justice system is what they're doing.
They do,
and it's all because they lost.
Yeah.
They lost 2 years ago.
And they're almost 2 years into it. They got if they were smart, they would take all this stuff and focus it into supporting somebody new they want to beat Donald Trump instead of they're still trying to impeach him. Oh my God. Okay, come on. We're not falling apart. We're okay. Everything's okay. Dude, I know my checks are okay. My work is okay.
Here's the other thing. How has any of this affected your everyday life?
It really hasn't.
It hasn't, man.
If not, to be honest, I'm getting a little more money on my paychecks.
Yeah, I am too, man.
And dude, and sometimes I'll be honest. I read Trump shit, and I'm like, just shut up, dude.
Yeah.
Just shut your face. And I say the same thing, but it hasn't really affected me. They want to act like it's the fucking end of the world, like it's Armageddon, like it's the end of Western civilization.
Yeah, like remember when he was with Kim Jong, he was gonna fucking blow up the earth or start World War III.
I'm like, just deal with the next 2 years.
Nothing happened.
Deal with the next 2 years, and in the next 2 years, focus on somebody. Focus on taking back the house if they want so bad in November, right? Voting, taking back the house, and focus your energy on finding somebody that will beat them in 2 years, or not even. When do they start campaigning? Next year, right?
Yeah.
So it's only a year away. Oh my God. Relax. Democracy. You win some, you lose some.
But that's it. And if they lose again in 2020, they're gonna lose their fucking minds, dude.
Yeah.
Then they probably are, because they're not providing anything positive. They're flat out telling you, we're going to roll back the regulations that have been cut. We're going to take back your tax credit you got,
What's your gut? I think they're going to lose in 2020. I think they're going to lose.
I think so too, man. Look at the economy. I mean, look at the stock market, the S&P, all that shit's at record highs. Unemployment's at record lows. I mean, there's so much truth out there that's not getting told, man. Just going by numbers, not by feelings or by how Trump acts or anything like that.
Just by numbers.
Just by the fucking flat out proof in the numbers. Shit's better than it was, dude.
Yeah, it's democracy. That's what we signed up for. That's why we live here.
But okay, we got way off track. But getting back to that Kavanaugh thing, so.
Oh yeah.
Then it comes up where dude's like, "Hey, here's what we'll do. We'll have a hearing on Monday.
Right.
You come in, you tell your story. He'll tell his story. We'll go from there.
Right.
Then her side, Beasley-Ford side, is like, no, that's not cool with us. I think if we did it on Wednesday or Thursday, we could do it. So she's now telling...
I just don't know what the difference a few days is going to make. Somebody's telling her to say that.
Well, yeah, dude, because this isn't about what happened to her. It's not. This is a political move. And you can call me whatever the fuck you want, but I'm just seeing through the lines. That's all I'm doing. I'm seeing through the lines, man. Who's that? The black dude that... He's number 2 in the Democratic Party, right? He's like number 2.
Samuel L. Jackson?
No, I forget his name, man. Should have been better prepared on that. But he beat up his old lady.
Okay.
Right?
In the Democrat?
And her son came out on social media and said, yes, this isn't the first time. They got pictures of her and stuff like that, right?
Right.
They don't pursue that shit at all. It's already swept under the carpet.
Right.
Just like the Bill Clinton shit, just like the Ted Kennedy shit. I mean, Ted Kennedy had a chick in his car, drove off the fucking bridge.
Yeah, they were bootleggers. Kennedys were all bootleggers. That's how they became. That's how they got money, and that's how they got into politics.
The hypocrisy is just so fucking incredible, man.
Yeah.
I mean, it's so incredible. So
here's my advice to you, Frage.
Yeah.
Just don't get like them.
Oh, dude, I I don't believe the hype, man.
Right?
Number one, don't believe the hype.
Let's say, okay. I'm just gonna say this too. What if Democrats do win the House and they win next, in 2020? Whatever.
I won't stand for it. I will resist. I will
not my
resist.
president.
I will fight it. This
not my president.
will not be my president.
Not my presidents.
No. I will be like no. Come on,
right,
man.
Right, I know.
It don't fucking affect me, dude. It's
like whatever. We deal with it, right? We deal.
It will. You know what will affect you is if they fuck up they roll back the red tape. They take your tax credit you got. Because the next big thing that's going to happen with that is when we do taxes this next coming year to see how it really affects us.
Right. Oh, it's coming up too.
Yeah, I think it's going to blow up housing and all that kind of shit. But so this chick goes ahead and says, "No, I can't make it on Monday." She's telling, the special counsel for this.
The Senate or whatever.
Yeah, and the Senate, the committee that they have, she's telling them, "No, I can't make it Monday."
What the hell? Why can't you make it?
And so then they get the Democrats say, "Oh, you're bullying her. You're doing, you can't expect this of her and this and that."
Don't they want an FBI investigation first?
Yeah, and so here's the other thing.
Oh my, okay.
When they did it with Justice Thomas and Anita Hill, right?
Oh yeah, I remember that.
They were co-workers, and there was a storyline there,
right?
And it hadn't yet gone to public. When she sent it to the Washington Post, right, she removed that possibility there.
That they were kind of seeing each other, or what?
No, this is the other thing. Tons of people recognize who she was because she went to this school.
Right.
But they don't remember her being at these parties or this and that. Because the girls' school had their parties here. The boys' school had their parties here.
Right.
So it's just like if you were in school and you remember somebody's name.
Right.
I'm like, oh, yeah, I remember that guy's name, but I don't know that guy.
Right.
So he had 6 FBI investigations when he became a lawyer, when he became a judge.
And so now they want another one?
When he went to the appellate courts, when he went to the civic courts, or the circuit court judge.
Right.
And then when he went to Washington. So this has been done on him 6 previous times. This never came up, right? Mm-hmm. It never came up, man. So
why wouldn't she do it?
There's too much shade on that side for me to have sympathy for it, because I have sympathy for Kavanaugh and his wife and his kids, his 2 little girls, and you got tons of these people that have written in and said, you know what, he's a good guy. He coaches my daughter on this team, basketball team or whatever. And that's the other thing. Like, if you take somebody like Bill Clinton, he has fucking 28 girlfriends that they can confirm, right? It's a pattern with him, right? Right. It's a pattern with Harvey Weinstein. It's a pattern with him, right? All these other guys that are getting busted, there's a strong pattern there. There's no pattern with Kavanaugh, man.
I think it boils down to this: that they've done 6. I didn't know they did 6 investigations.
FBI investigations.
And like they're requesting, and he was sitting on the 2nd most powerful court in the country.
That's right. Yeah.
Right. So
DC Circuit. Yeah.
Right. So why now all of a sudden? Because if she felt that strongly, and I'm not taking sides, I'm just trying to like figure out what's going on, like because it. Honestly, if it happened to her, that's no bueno, right? I mean, whatever, but. Well, but why now? All of a sudden, when he 6, and then now they're asking for another investigation, even though there was 6 done prior. You figure, and when you're
they covered everything,
dude,
man.
That's the 2nd most powerful court in the country. That's a pretty high. That's a powerful position. I'm sure the FBI went back to fucking elementary school, bro. I'm sure. But all of a sudden now you're like, what the?
It's because the Supreme Court is a lifetime appointment. And if you really look at it, Trump's going to have 2. I have no doubt Kavanaugh is going to get pushed through.
Yeah,
he's going to get voted. I have no doubt. Regardless of what happens, he's going to get pushed through.
Yep.
But the Democrats are setting a precedence now for this to be a card they can play. And it's going to swing back on them. The Republicans are going to be able to do it too. They're going to do
the same thing. And that's why I said the whole system. Remember, the whole
system is corrupt, man.
It's stupid. They're making it's like a circus, dude. Nobody wants to, Hey, okay, Chris is here from Germany, right? Visiting for, 3 weeks. And we were chit-chatting because I drove down to San Jose to Ryan's pick him up. And I go, and he's like, yeah, America's kind of almost a joke now to everybody. Yeah. It's outside looking in, just.
Yeah, that's a German kid. He's 24.
Good kid.
Smart, intelligent kid, yeah.
Yeah, and just, and honestly, he's all about love, and really he's like, treat your brother. He's not, and he's all, and I just asked him, he's all, yeah, he goes, it's because it's kind of almost comical.
It really is, man. I mean, the disrespect they have because the people controlling the media have a left point of view. And this is the other thing with her, the Beasley-Ford girl. She's an activist. She's a protester. She's a professor at a college here in California.
Right.
She is super left. She's donated to the Hillary Clinton, I mean, she's got her own political point of view. Now, what happened was this backfired in her face.
Yeah.
The Democrats turned on her. They took the anonymous.
Outed her.
Yeah, they outed her.
They outed her, which is dirty.
And that's another thing. Feinstein sits on the committee, and she has the original letter. No one else has seen it. Grassley hasn't seen it.
Nobody, just Feinstein.
Yeah, just her. She hasn't gave the letter up. So there is a lot of shade. Like every turn that you go, like they said, they keep moving the goalpost. It's like they're getting close to score a touchdown, but they keep moving the goalpost.
Yeah.
And it's unheard of the type of, I don't say it's bullying because they asked her, okay, we'll come to you.
Yeah, they said that too.
Yeah, we'll come to you. You don't have to come here.
We'll do
come
behind closed doors.
We'll interview you in private setting. No. She said no.
It's not her. She's getting manipulated by her. I think if she went, she'd probably be just straight up with them. Look I remember it, but I don't remember,
Yeah, but here's the thing too, man, is that she's
I don't think she's lying,
got all these demands. She could say no to her lawyer.
It's not her demands. It's not coming. I don't think it's coming from her. I think it's coming from Feinstein. I think it's whoever,
They're trying to prolong it
Yeah, but they're telling her what to say, though. She's just sitting there going like, fuck. Look it. She's probably going, you guys already outed me like I told you not to do.
Yeah, it's affecting my family.
It's affecting, yeah, I'm going to get put on blast on media. Everybody's going to know me. I didn't want this. And there she's all like, now what? And all these fucking powerful Democrats saying, okay, well, we need you to do this because we need to check on this for you. They're trying to play the sympathy card, probably like they're probably like, oh, look it, give us a couple more days. We're working on stuff. You tell the media this and that, and that's so. Well, she's probably being told
just like any other court deal, though. And this isn't a court hearing. Even if it was, this happened when they were minors, so it would be expunged from their record. Even if, let's say, she did file an attempted rape thing on him or something back in the day, right?
Right.
It would be expunged because he was under 18.
They were kids.
That shit don't follow him, yeah.
And if it was it's not as, I don't think it's as brutal. Because if it was as brutal and criminal,
dude,
and
here's the other
probably
thing.
just like,
here's the other thing, right?
I want to get in them pants.
Let's say me and you are at a party and you're trying to get down with this chick and she doesn't want to get down with you. And I'm in the room with you.
Right. You're going to remember.
I'm like, hey, Tito, come on, man. She said no.
She said no, right. Yeah. You're not going to be all like, oh, yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, so, I mean, there's shade at every turn. So, to me, it's just, there's a better, if you really wanted people to be sensitive and you wanted people to fucking listen to you, there's a right way of doing things and reporting it. And you had 36 years to do it before this,
Right.
That's what I don't get, man. That's what tells me that it's a political lean.
It is, dude. Of course it is. Of course.
And it's sad because this is the way we're going to go from now on. It's not going to go backwards. People are not going to all of a sudden get respect and decide to do things the right way.
Right.
We have the Department of Justice. We have the FBI. We have the CIA, the so-called deep state, all this shit going on, right?
Right.
And we would have never heard about any of it if Clinton had won. None of this shit would be in the news at all if Clinton had won, dude. I mean, you had the fucking FBI put a spy in Donald Trump's campaign.
Right.
I mean, he was in their campaign reporting to him on shit and stuff. And I'm like, dude, you cannot do that. You can't. FBI cannot be that way.
I want to say this too, just real quick, because I watched a show. I'm going to give Netflix I guess a plug or whatever, but it's called, I just Googled it, Audrey and Daisy. That's a show, and it's on Netflix. It's called Audrey and Daisy, and it's real life bullying, real life high school kids going through real life high school rape situations. Yeah. I watched this, and not to be all like a sucker, but I was getting teary eyed, bro, because I'm all these girls. That was no, and one happened in Saratoga, California, and I was just like, I felt Yeah, I almost cried, dude. I'm all, these girls these fucking stupid ass little, this high school football team, and it made me hella sad.
Hold on, we'll close out.
Okay, sorry.
We'll close out Kavanaugh. So, what do you think is going to happen with it, man?
He's going to get confirmed, and
I think so too.
I think he's going to get confirmed. I think everything's going to be all whatever. Not enough.
Here's another one though too. Here's my last thing on it is that she accused him of doing this, right?
Uh-huh.
So you have the right to face your accuser. That's the way American justice system's set up.
Right.
So then, after all the other back and forth bullshit, and the Republicans have been giving her their way, or the committee, because there's Democrats on the committee too. They've been giving her way all along.
Right.
They set deadlines just for like anybody else. If they said, "Hey, Tito, you need to show up Monday morning at court," right?
I have to be there.
You're gonna fucking be there.
I have to be
Straight
there,
up.
or else I go get a bench warrant.
Yeah. So.
Right.
Them allowing her to change the dates and all that kind of shit is just
they're trying.
They're folding. They're showing that they're weak or something, But
just show up. Just show up. That's all you gotta do. Show up and tell your side of the story.
That's what I'm saying. So they've been giving her all this stuff, right? With all the shade, they've still been giving her all this stuff because they're not trying to step on the Me Too movement or saying how sensitive this is for her,
Right.
So. I think what's going to happen is they're trying to push the date past October 1st because then the court's out of session.
Is that what they're doing?
Yeah, the House they go out of session on October 1st, right?
Oh no, then let's get it done. Let's get it done.
So then, what happens between October 1st and the time they come back in January? We have the midterm elections.
Oh yeah.
So if the Democrats take power during the midterm elections,
that's what they're doing.
Then all of this stuff has worked for them because if they take the House, then when they come back around, they just vote, and it's all Democrats.
And that's it.
A majority. They fucking
kibosh.
Yeah, kibosh on it.
Yeah, now it's stupid. It's stupid. Just do it. Get it over with.
Yeah, so I think too. I think he's going to get appointed.
I hope. Yeah.
Probably by the next show, we'll have Kavanaugh as a Supreme Court justice,
or on the show live. We can reach out to him, have him on here.
We'll close it out though.
It's okay, Fraser. It's okay.
So okay. I know you were getting in on that bullying, right?
Oh yeah, no, Netflix. Just check out, because it just made me think this whole Kavanaugh thing, and then this chick in high school. I was on Netflix, and it just came up, and it was called Audrey. Just check it out because that shit is traumatizing. That shit, if the same thing that happened to this Ford at these girls, she would. You'll see. You're like, oh, that's not right. So there's a difference, is what I'm saying. Well, not just like
I want to throw something I seen on social media too. Right here in Galt, we had we had a young boy. He's 7th grader picking on a 7th grade girl.
Yeah.
And I guess he had been
punching her
sporadically punched her backpack as they're passing in the halls or something. But I think it was last Thursday. This kid spit on a girl.
Right.
In her face. And then when she went home, she told her dad what's up and shit. Her dad got on social media and started blowing this kid up. Like, does anybody know who the...
Put his face on
put his face on there. Said, this kid is a bully. I need to know who his parents are. Right. Please tell me, because this will not happen to my daughter again.
And there were so many responses. Oh, you shouldn't do that, and blah, 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 blah.
Wait till it happens to your kid. Then you see how you react.
Right. I mean, I'm kind of torn between that because... I'm like, I think he should have went to I think he should have went to the school, done all that shit first.
Well, I think he did say that. He said this has been an ongoing thing in the
school. Oh
shit,
and the school's not doing. Okay, I didn't read the whole thing.
School hasn't stepped in and done anything.
So what do you do? What do you do? Protect your kid, right?
Boy on boy bullying is a different thing. Girl on girl bullying is a different thing.
You don't spit. I know if you like a girl and you want to like,
no, you know, I've always told my boys, when you're with a girl, be gentle. That's it. You know, there's no need to roughhouse with a girl unless you want to wrestle. Like Amy Winkler was saying, she wanted to wrestle me last night.
You should have.
No, I'm not gonna wrestle her like that. But I said if we have a barbecue or whatever, because I guess Dave told her Dave's like a wrestler, and then she said, you know, if you want to wrestle Frage, that's going up to the next professional setting. You know, because I told her I
was there any baby oil involved?
I would choke her out. That's what I'll do. I will choke her out.
You're not gonna choke.
I'll put her in an arm bar. I will arm bar her. You know? I mean, we're only gonna wrestle for like 10 or 12 seconds.
That's it.
Because then I'm gassed. If it goes past 12 seconds, Amy is gonna fucking tap me out, dude.
Amy's pretty bad though, dude. She's a pretty tough chick.
Oh, I know, dude.
She's a tough chick.
If girls want to act like they want to do man stuff like wrestle or play football or whatever, you got to treat them the same way. You can't go easy because she's a girl.
I read something like, a girl posted this on Facebook. It said something like, all these girls wanting the same, like trying to be like boys. We're going to lose our uniqueness because women are unique. They're here, and also the post said women are made to do things that the men can't.
Yeah.
Right. And if we want to be like them, we're going to lose our uniqueness because women are beautiful and soft and pretty and. You know, all that. And they want to be like, arr. I'm like, come on, man. It's cool in some things, but other things you're all like.
Oh, like girls that play softball or girls that play basketball.
Girl cops girls that cool, golf. Whatever.
There's some badass girl golfers. Girls that do tennis. I mean, girls, there are some things women do just as good as men, like bowling.
Right. Oh, yeah.
We got a couple badass chicks in our league this year, dude, that are like fucking 220 average. I mean.
Damn, that's good.
I mean, damn.
Homie.
Right? And bowling's the ultimate. There's no give or take like in golf. They have women hit from the women's tees.
It's all the same
Yeah, bowling is the same setup for everybody. You use whatever weight ball you want. You gotta throw it the same distance. You got 10 pins to hit.
Bowling is cool. Dude.
Yeah, it's legit. But on the bullying thing, man, I've always felt like there is a place for bullies because if like one of my daughters got bullied at school.
Oh, and, just like last week or whatever. Well, but that was just...
It's a different thing.
It was a different kind of bully. It was like almost bully, but not sure who did it bully.
It was like foreplay bullying.
Yeah.
It was like foreplay.
Yeah,
I told her this is an opportunity. What you do is, if it's a group of girls, you step up to the leader of that group. You grab her by the fucking hair and then you put her fucking face right in your knee.
No.
And I said, then hold on for 10, 20 seconds before yard duty shows up. No, to fight bullying, you have to go at them. You can't allow them to keep bullying you.
Disagree. That's like an eye for an eye. This whole planet would be blind. You can't do that. Dude, you got to teach them. It's called controlled rage. You got to learn how to control your rage because I can be very... I have, I mean, we all can, right? But you got to know when to control that rage.
No, because the bully is putting it on you. They're usually bullying you because you have a weird eye, you might have moles, or you have freckles.
You know why they're bullying for starting? Because it's their insecurities is why they're bullying. That's why the whole thing starts. So this is what you do.
You have to stand up to bullies. You can't allow bullies to bully.
No, you got to know when to stand up to them. You can't just attack. You got to control your rage. There's a time and a place. Yes, I'm saying defend yourself, but you know what you do when somebody bullies you and you're in elementary school and you're my niece. You call your uncle and he goes to have lunch at school with you in his tank top and he flexes his guns.
No, dude.
No, you don't.
When girls get into fights, here's what happened. They grab hair. Right. And I've taught my girls that. I said they're going to grab your hair.
Defend yourself.
First of all.
Defend yourself, but don't have her instigate.
The whole first punch shit doesn't matter because...
Yeah, it does. I went to fucking... I got my gun rights taken away for that 2 years ago at Dick's.
Yeah, because the guy didn't fight back.
I punched him in the motherfucking face 2 years ago at Dick's Sporting Goods, dude.
Yeah.
And he fought... He was bullying me. I turned around. I gave him 6 chances. This is just recently, dude. I clobbered him.
I know. I went to... fucking court.
I didn't transfer my guns in there.
Yeah, I got all his guns. It was good.
you got a bonus.
They're mine now.
I can't own a handgun in the state of California because I punched a motherfucker in the face because he was a bully.
And the guy was getting in his
in my grill.
In his zone, that space.
6 times I asked him to get away. I'm all, bro, I don't know you. Get away from me.
It's on camera too, right?
It's on camera. It's all at Dick's Sporting Goods. It was hella funny. I'm like, oh my God, is this really happening in Dick's Sporting Goods? So... Dude. But I'm saying he was a bully, and I'm not just saying he shoulder checked me. He came by, shoulder checked me, and I'm like, oh my God, what is this really happening right now? Is this really, dude? I was just like, whoa, dude, I'm 47 years old. What's going on here? So, and I was so calm about it. But then when I controlled my rage until I felt threatened, and then I almost went to jail for that shit.
And bullying just like that. The Me Too stuff, man, there's always... It's not a one time somebody bullies you. Once a bully knows he can get over on you, it's going to continue to get over on you.
So you're saying that you can beat the shit... you can beat a bully up to the point where they're... Like that guy that I hit, he's still doing the same shit.
Oh,
I didn't change him.
Because an asshole is an asshole. What I'm saying is, this guy with his daughter, right? The first time the kid punched her backpack, right?
Right.
That's when she should have said, hey, motherfucker.
Right.
You know?
Right. Well, like
you don't punch me. You don't come at me.
Maybe
like
she
that.
did. Maybe she did.
No, because this was an ongoing thing where the kids punched her backpack. I think he said like 30 times so far.
We had that same situation. Remember last year or a couple years ago in the other school? Remember that? Me and my mom and my sister. You went. I think you went too. But the kid pushed Maya into the bushes, or Isabel into the bushes.
Yeah.
We nipped that in the bud pretty good. So I don't know. You got to use diplomacy.
You got to stand up to them. No, do not let them take away your shit. Stand up to them.
No, I'm not saying take away, but like
that's what I say. Hey, meet me at the car wash after school. That's what you do. That's how we used to get down. You go at the so you don't get in trouble.
How many times you get down to the car wash over there by IGA?
No, I didn't. I did it, man. I went to a few fights. I never fought nobody at the car wash.
I had a few after school fights. I ain't gonna lie. I had probably like 4. I had 4 after school fights, and that was the worst. You know what sucked about those? Like we'd get into it with somebody like at 11, and then school got out at 3, and I'd be stressing for those fucking like 4 hours. Yeah. I'd be just like, but I was like, you gotta
with bullying, man. I think with bullying, you just gotta stand up to it. You got to. That's the only way to end it, man.
I think this is what I think. I think everybody needs to. I think all the kids, like if Maya surrounds herself with kids, they'll stand up for. Everybody will stand. Like everybody will unite. It's not so and be on a united front.
Look at the movie It. You remember the movie It?
Yeah.
When they all stood up to the bully.
Right. So just
remember My Bodyguard.
That was a good movie. Yeah.
The guy finally stood up to it. I mean. You got to face it. That's what you can. Your parents can't fight your battles for you.
But you got to think.
And when you do, like this guy that went out and said that on social media, that's there forever. Now, if something does happen between this guy and the kid, or this guy and the kid's parents, he's already fucking got shit against him because he blew it up on full social media.
But I think but to me it shows that he had intent. If something happens, that's going to show that
that's exactly what I'm getting
intent
at. I already showed him. But
yeah,
we'll close out bullying. We got a bunch up there, so let's see what we got, man. How about you want to do flirting, raping, or illegal things?
I want to do flirting because last night some broad looked at me, and I don't know if it was with those eyes like. That was good, though. I was just like, oh,
you had a good eye look?
I had a good eye look. I'm old as shit, but she gave me the eye, and I don't know if it was like the eye, like, get me a beer, or it was like, I want to bang. But I got that lock, and I was like, I haven't had that look in so long. And I was like, I almost forgot what that looked like, And I was just like, I couldn't tell the difference. I'm like, oh, shit. But I chickened out. I could have went and said
she
something.
Had a man, right?
I'm not saying nothing. I'm not gonna. but
her name started with what?
Don't even say it. But she had a man, but she ain't married. I know she's far from it. It's not even. She's got a man she's been seeing recently. So it's like no big thing. I mean, whatever. And I respect that. But the way she looked at me, I was just like. Is that what No. But it was just weird.
And you weren't drinking, dude.
I'm sober.
You were sober. You weren't drinking. So.
I wasn't. Maybe she was drunk. Maybe it was a drunk look. I don't know.
She was about ready to pass out.
It's time.
I had to put my Kavanaugh boots on.
I had to put my Kavanaugh suit on and go catch her and take her to the bathroom.
Oh, that fucking sucks. Dude, no, I mean, you definitely cannot flirt.
So if a girl likes all your Instagram posts or your Facebook posts constantly, is that flirting?
I think she might just like your style, dude, or your swag, but
is that flirting?
You can't flirt at work, so I mean that's like a no. You can't flirt. You can't even barely say, hey, you know what? You look pretty today, or you smell good. You can't do any of that shit at work anymore.
Even if you like do that out on the streets now, like because I do that sometimes because that's just who I am. I'm like, you smell good, or it's like, and you don't even know the person. You're a weird automatically.
Yeah, they're like, oh, he's a rapist.
He's a rapist.
Yeah,
you just smell good. Yeah, I did that to some girl at Target, and she thought I was nuts. I was like, I told her she was pretty. That's all I said. Yeah. I go, you're real pretty. I go, I don't know what ethnicity you are. I said something. I go, but whatever it is, I go, it's real pretty. And she gave me the look of death, bro. And I was just like, I guess I'm sorry just for saying you're pretty. I'm like,
I think a big part of it is too, the younger people are not used to interaction or talking to people, strangers in that way.
Yeah, because she was like 11, but
because everybody they communicate with is on the phone. You know, there's no emotions, there's no facial expressions or any of that kind of shit.
Yeah.
People just don't talk to strangers. So when you tell a stranger, hey, you know what, you smell good, or you look pretty, or they're like, you're a fucking stranger. Danger. Stranger danger.
It's you know, and you got to keep your guard up. But yeah, you know, I mean, come on, man. It's just about being human and just being nice and just like being, you know, yeah. Everything's like this now. You go to dinner, you go out to Applebee's or wherever you're going, and everybody's just like that,
look around though. Me and the girls went and ate Friday night. We went out and ate, and we're sitting at the counter. And they're giving me shit because I'm playing Words with Friends. And I'm like, you guys are right. You guys are right. So I put my phone down and I look around. To a T, dude. All the couples. I mean, there's some families eating and stuff in there.
But most of them on their phone.
All the couples are sitting there and fucking boom, boom.
Yep. Exactly.
It's like they go out to eat to have social media time.
I even do. I mean, I even do that sometimes. I got to say, put the damn phone down, dude. It's crazy where we've come so far. Remember that? We used to...
Oh man, I mean,
I remember when we.
I don't see how it's going to go backwards until people start getting brain cancer or having shit happen. Because we're the first generation to have this shit.
Dude, my eyes are going because of this, because of the phone. My eyes, I swear to God, I'm like,
dude, you know, it's because you're almost 50.
No, it's because of the phone.
It's age, dude.
No, dude, it's because of the phone, dude.
You got secondary aging going on.
I got cataracts. You
have glaucoma now.
I got glaucoma. But nah, it's shit messing with your eye. But yeah, it's weird going into a restaurant, seeing everybody just fucking.
And you know that's something else I want to say is that, like in that Kavanaugh deal, man.
You're stuck on Kavanaugh,
well, no, because this goes in with flirting and raping too. So it started out as a groping thing. Like he.
What is a grope? What's the definition of a grope? What's a grope?
I don't know, like when you used to play grab ass or, you know.
Dude, like, yeah, hide and go get it.
I think if you check their oil, that's too far, dude, you know.
Let's see what a grope
or you would, like, bump into a girl and grab her boob when you bumped into her.
It's to feel about or search blindly or uncertainly with the hands.
See? But that's another thing, man, is it went from groping to now it's attempted rape, you know.
Yeah, I like to, well, you know.
And... I mean, I know there's some correlation there, but it's not the same thing, man. They're not the same. It's not apples and crab apples. It's more apples and oranges. Rape is violent. Rape is
yeah, no.
It's just
it's wrong.
Totally different than groping.
Groping
is not raping, dude.
No. Yeah.
You know, I mean, that whole thing flipped out, man. But so flirting wise, be careful when you're flirting now, because you might be fucking called a rapist.
That sucks, dude. It makes it so hard to, like, especially being single, dude. You just don't even know, bro. You can't do shit now.
You just gotta find the guy that's looking for the same thing you are.
Dude, I'm a hug. Shut up. You're stupid, dude. Yeah, I'm a hugger.
Yeah.
You know, like you.
Yeah.
I'm a hugger.
I like to hug.
I talk with my hands a lot. My hands are always on your shoulder. I don't care if you're a guy or a girl, whatever. You know. I mean, I'm always like, hey, what's up, dude? How you doing? I talk with my sister. I talk with my hands.
I'll tell you, like I told the kids. So, like, when you hug somebody. If you hug them nice and tight like that, that's a good hug, right?
Yeah, a good tight
that's
hug.
People love you and stuff, but when the people do this, they go.
That's tap you. That's not a
A tap hug's like, I really don't want to hug you.
Right. No, it's a good hug. That's what I like to, like, hey, what's up, and hold them, and you can't even do that.
Or like when you first meet a girl and you hug her, and then you kind of push your pelvis up on her.
Try to squeeze her boobs in real tight to your chest. Yeah. That might be groping. I don't know.
You get busted, dude. You go to jail now. It's attempted rape, dude.
That's what it is, dude. That's what it is.
We'll close out raping, dude.
We'll close out raping. That didn't sound good.
Oh, okay. How about outlaws, man? We're talking about outlaws.
Yeah, outlaws are...
So, you know, 1%. Basically, you can put any rule you want out there. Like, now they got this fucking straw rule, right?
Doesn't that happen in January?
No, it's already rolled out, dude. And now it's at the spot where you can ask for a plastic straw, you'll get one.
Right.
But the waiter can't just be a nice person or a waitress and give you a straw.
I was somewhere, I won't mention it, but they just gave us straws the other day, and it was in Lodi.
Dude, I went to a place Friday night.
Oh, you were with us in Lodi. And we went, and she put straws, a bunch of straws on the table.
Well, I went Friday night, and I went to the bathroom, washed my hands and stuff before I started eating, and the girls ordered. They asked for straws, so they got them.
Right.
I wasn't there, so I didn't ask for a straw. I didn't get one.
Oh, damn.
But I'm old school. I'll take a cup and drink it. I mean, I don't need a fucking straw to drink everything, dude. But
it's crazy. It's stupid.
That just rolls in these stupid rules
just
that
outlaws,
they're passing.
No rules. Everything's rules.
Yeah,
and
so
regulations
when there is
now.
a rule or regulation, there are people that do not follow it, right?
Yes,
so
those
if
are called
you
criminals.
Could put a ban on all guns,
right.
But all that does is take guns out of law-abiding citizens' hands.
Yeah.
Because the outlaws are going to fucking do what they want. They're going to have guns.
They are making laws for the non-law-abiding citizen. That's what
right.
they're doing. They're making laws for the law-abiding citizens, but the non-law-abiding citizens don't give a shit about shit.
They don't give a fuck, man.
They're going to carry a gun. They're going to carry... They don't care.
We're talking about it. I've bought meth.
Right.
That's illegal, right?
Right.
I've bought cocaine. That's illegal.
Right.
I've bought weed. That's illegal.
Right.
I've got a gun.
Right.
That's illegal, right?
Right.
There's tons of illegal shit that you can readily get in a small town like Galt.
Yeah.
You know, we have crackheads here in Galt.
Yeah.
So here's another thing. You have a crackhead, right? You know they're fucking not working for one, so how are they getting their income? They're stealing, they're robbing, they're outlawing. That's what they're doing.
Yeah, being an outlaw.
They're outlawing.
Outlawing.
And then they get their fucking booty or their prize and they go smoke it and ruin their teeth, ruin their life.
Right.
Fucking,
Right.
It's all outlawed. It's all illegal. But it happens all the time. And now you have these stupid fucks that are in control of money and tax money and all that revenue and shit. And they're trying to help them out.
Yeah, it's bullshit.
Giving them a place to go shoot up.
So, that pissed me off. So, I just want to throw this out there real quick. I was watching a show the other day on Netflix. I watch a lot of Netflix, but it was about people going into jail and coming out of jail. It's called In and Out or some shit like that, right? So, there's this young Mexican kid. He was like 20 years old. He is undocumented, right? But he came over here when he was like 6 months, right? So, undocumented. And then he's shoplifting. Has a career. He has a history, all right. But when he was a minor, now he was an adult. He got caught for shoplifting, right? And he's in jail, and they're interviewing him. And so ICE got involved because he's undocumented, right? Yeah. And they were going to send him back to Mexico, a place he's never been before, right? Yep. But then he's on the interview, and he goes, thanks to Donald Trump, now I'll be going back to Mexico. And I'm like, no, thanks to Donald. Thanks to your stupid ass for shoplifting. Yeah. It's not Donald Trump's fault that you were a fuck little boy, and then you started shoplifting, and then now you got caught because you're an supposedly outlaw, whatever. You got caught, and he's all on the interview. He's all, because of Donald Trump, I'm going back to Mexico, a place I've never been before. And I'm like, no, it's your fault, you dumbass. Yeah. Don't be a fucking outlaw.
No, that's what they do. They consistently overlook the crime that's committed to put them there in the first place, right?
Right.
And they start blaming Trump, or they start blaming the political racket.
Blame yourself.
This same shit was in place when Obama was in office, when George Bush was in office, when Clinton was in office, when Dianne Feinstein, she still is a virgin. But,
Dude, Feinstein, I remember when she was mayor.
She looks like a skeleton.
I remember when she was mayor of San Francisco. That's how long I've been, kind of, not following her, but, the name, and I never did really care for her.
But all these rules have been in place for a long time. It's just now that we have social media and you have a political agenda, right?
That's what it is, dude.
You have a political agenda, and they're getting at it. Like Viceland. I've been pissed off at Viceland.
Oh, dude.
I like Viceland.
I love that channel.
I do it. It's a good channel, but they left. They're always left.
Dude, everything is anti-Trump, or, fight the power. And I'm just like, what? Come on, man. Because when you watch TV, what do you want to do? You want to watch...
You want to escape. You want to get away from that shit. Yeah.
You want to watch Star Wars and just be away. But then you're trying to watch these shows that I love on Viceland. I ain't going to lie. And I even called them that, and I left a message on their line. And they're never going to play it on TV. But I was like, when I want to watch TV, I want to watch TV. I don't want no politics, no nothing. Just show me the damn show I want.
Yeah. I got on Tom Arnold, and I was like, dude, how am I supposed to believe you about anything? You fucking had your tongue up in Roseanne's ass. Think about it. He used to bone Roseanne. He used to bone
Roseanne, right?
I mean, a lot.
So, dude, that's why you're right. Viceland has just becomes a political platform.
Same thing.
I just watch TV, bro.
Same thing with Black Panther. That movie was actually a really good movie, man.
Right.
But they put a political lean on it, and it was like they had an opportunity or a chance. They're saying, "Oh, this is the first black superhero movie." No, it's not, dude. You had fucking Blade was badass.
Oh, Blade was badass.
Blade was badass, and I don't think
Wesley
he was
Snipes.
Yeah,
dude.
you had Shaft before
Blade.
that. You had those Pam Grier movies, or Jackie Brown. You know,
yeah.
They've had there's been black superheroes and comic guys and stuff like that in the past. This ain't the first one, but when they put it out there now, the Black Panther guy, his whole crew of warriors is women.
Right.
They're bald-headed women.
Are they really?
You know, yeah. So they're like hardcore feminists. So they got that angle. They got the other black angle.
I see. Yeah.
See, I work in the I'll just say, I'm not gonna say ghettos, but I'll say the less fortunate areas of Sacramento, right?
You can say, see, why can't you see ghetto? So what? Who cares? It's the ghetto.
Ghetto's ghetto.
Here you're being politically correct. It's the ghetto.
Yeah.
It's shitty ass part of Sacramento. It's the ghetto.
And here's what I see consistently that I think is kind of fucked up is the little kids out there. They could be black or they could be Hispanic or Asian.
Or white.
There's dirty white kids too, but the white kids don't fit the profile of the story I'm telling you because these little kids, I see them and they're playing with toys and it's like, from Hunchback of Notre Dame, they got the little guy and the princess and all that, and they're all white. And then now it sucks for them. They got little babies they're playing with and they're white.
Right.
So I seen one movie a long time ago with John Travolta where the roles were reversed, where all the black people were the ones putting out the movies and had all,
Right.
And it's that, if you look at it, it's that way in sports. Most of the best athletes you see in sports are black.
Yeah.
So when you look up to somebody without thinking about it, you say, my favorite football player is Khalil Mack, right?
Okay.
So you're looking up to this guy, and I don't think about race or color.
Right.
And I'm sure that's what these little kids are doing. But it would be a lot justifiable or easier for those kids to, look up to those toys and stuff or the things they're playing with if they were black. If they were black figures, if they were black babies, or if they were Asian babies. I don't think I've seen an Asian superhero or like action figure,
Did you hear about the two Asian guys that were in the McDonald's and they noticed there was no images of Asian people? Because, McDonald's, they have the portraits of people smiling, whatever.
Yeah.
So what they did is they took a picture of themselves holding McDonald's stuff, like they were in a McDonald's, and they took it, and they were all like, just, enjoying themselves, and they blew it up, and they went into the McDonald's, and they put it on the wall, and it was there for like months before anybody noticed it. So finally somebody noticed it, and they told them, hey, we just noticed there was no Asians, and so we did this, and it looked good. It looked like it. You could Google it. The picture looks good. It looks like it belongs. And McDonald's said, we're going to give you $25,000, and we're going to use this everywhere.
That's tight, dude.
That's tight, right? That's tight.
It's like in Spike Lee. Remember when Do the Right Thing?
Yeah, that's the right thing. It's the right thing. Right?
And here's the other way I see it. Like in Do the Right Thing, you have an Italian pizza shop owner, right? He's got all his Italian folks up on the wall. All the people he looks up to. That's his shop. That's his place. He can do what he wants.
Do what you want, right?
And then most of his customers are the black folks, right?
Yep.
And the black folks are like, hey, we want a black guy up on the wall there. And he's like, no, this is my shop.
Place,
I don't have to put one up there if I don't want to. And that's when the shit breaks loose and gets bad, dude.
Yeah. That was on Chris Rock. I want one. How much for the ribs?
Oh, that's I'm going to get you sucked.
Oh, that was I'm going to get you sucked.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that was funny, though.
But, I mean...
I feel you.
I've heard Weller tell me this before, dude, is that like 12% of America is black, right?
Mm-hmm.
So the movies and stuff that come out are accordingly done so for percentages and stuff like that. Like, what's the last big black movie that came out besides Black Panther? There was a Klansman movie that just came out.
Yeah, where the black guy was like the
undercover
FBI,
Klansman
FBI
or
guy.
something. Yeah.
What's the biggest black movie? I don't know.
What's the guy that does the?
I should be watching movies. I don't care black, white. I don't even care if it's a good movie. I'll watch it, but like specifically geared.
Well, you
to
had
black.
the Fridays, like Friday next Friday.
Oh yeah, that was Ice Cube.
Friday after next.
Okay, yeah, that was kind of whatever though. That wasn't. You think that was specifically black? I think that was anybody that was urban,
like
or something.
I see it, man. And if you watch any TV, you see tons of commercials. You'll notice, like, if you're watching something like Forging in Fire, right? They'll have commercials for like erectile dysfunction,
right?
Or they'll have commercials for like when women shows, we're watching Bravo or something. They'll have something about feminine hygiene products and stuff like that, right?
Right.
But what you'll also see is if you're watching BET or Oprah, their own network,
you'll see the racial commercials.
Yeah, they're all black in the commercial, or you're watching a show, they're all white in the commercial.
Here, I just want to show you. Sorry, I'm listening.
Oh yeah, that's cool.
Good. It's cool. And they got paid for it.
Yeah,
it looks legit. I'm all because they were just chilling. I'm like, hey, and
that's how change starts is by going against the code like that. But
everything's geared, like you said. Like you'll see the racial commercial. I've seen that a lot too. You're like, oh, you're watching whatever, and it's racial commercials.
And when it's obvious, man, then it's obvious. Like I watch talk shows, and you'll have a black man and you'll have a white woman, right?
What?
And you have a woman that's hosting. If she goes to the white woman first, then you're thinking, oh, she should have went to the black guy,
right.
But if she goes to the black guy first, then it's like, oh, she should have went to the woman first. So like you can argue that point of view from anywhere,
Who controls the media?
Yeah,
that's a good question, huh? Who controls it? If you had to put somebody on it, who would you put on it?
I would say liberals are like now. This is the other thing we were getting at was this older lady I was talking to. She said my father was a Democrat and I was a Democrat. But we were moderates. We were Democrat moderates. Now what you have is you have Democrat socialist. You have Democrat radical.
What happened to that bro that got voted up there in the East Coast? The socialist, the Democrat socialist.
Oh yeah.
Whatever. She got quiet real quick.
Yeah, she's a senator. She's gonna be a senator, dude.
No way, they're gonna vote.
Yeah, I think she's gonna be a senator, man.
Wouldn't she get voted as mayor or something?
Like a district. For her district.
She's gonna be the senator.
She's gonna be a senator. Dude.
No, dude, I don't believe that. I thought they were gonna shut her down quick.
No, they got her. She's gonna be a senator, dude.
No, dude, she's gonna get shut down.
Yeah, she's on it. But we'll close out that fucking that will outlaw to everything on that one, man. Then the last topic we'll hit up real quick, man, was the lottery.
Lottery.
So everybody plays lottery, or if you don't, you should, because you got to be in it to win it. But here's what the problem we came up with was like, let's say you win $1 million, right? You don't really win $1 million. You win like 500,000.
Right.
So at what point in time did it come where the fucking government gets half of your winnings? They already get half of your check. Half of your check for
40%.
And they're never there when you're working those 40 hours every week. I've never seen a government official come and help me do my job.
Yeah. How do they get?
Oh my gosh.
What's going on out there?
It's getting loud.
It's getting loud.
But we got to flip that up.
Oh, the Raiders.
The taxes, yeah.
Yeah, they got our hand in my pocket too much, man. They got their hand in, and I don't understand. I don't understand how that works.
Dude, I don't know who voted it in, man. I mean, it's like, that's a poor person's way to come up is by winning some lottery or getting some money, and then they're like, fuck it, we're taking half. And the half they take was supposed to go to schools.
Whatever. That was my question. Remember how all the lottery thing, when it first came into, they were like, oh, our schools won't have to worry about nothing. The California schools are going to have all the money they need. Now it's just like, and back then, we need money. I'm like, what?
Back then, we had pencils. You needed a pencil at school. They give you a pencil. They had their own paper.
You can't. I mean, no, not now.
Now they give you a list of shit your kid needs to bring to school, man.
Right.
And we have all this crazy lottery money now. You got fucking 4 or 5 different lottery drawings every week.
Yeah.
You got the daily drawings, the scratchers, all that shit. And they get half of that money, dude.
That's fucking nuts, dude. Yeah. They get half of it. They get half of, when you win something, they get half just because.
Yeah, just because. And that's wrong. We need to fucking roll that one back where you get all that money, dude.
Yeah. Yeah, hell yeah. I agree.
I don't know who wouldn't vote for that, dude.
I would vote for that. And I would vote, you know what else I would vote for? I would vote for paying a little more at the gas tank to have less taxes taken out of my check for if I had good roads.
No, they already take 52 cents a gallon. 52 cents a gallon is fucking...
For the roads and shit?
Yes. They're just not using that money to do it. And if we give them more money to do it, they're going to do the same shit. They're going to build a bullet train, or they're going to fucking have Spanish second language classes, shit like that, dude.
Dude, all I know is that...
For your gas tax.
They need to... That's why we fucking broke from the British, because of shit, all this taxation without the representation or whatever they call it.
Taxing, dude.
Taxing, dude. Why they tax us so much, bro? I work too hard for that shit.
I don't know. Well, love you guys. We're going to fucking roll out. We hit our magic mark, so hopefully we'll be back next week. We'll get see what happens with Kavanaugh.
Yeah. See ya.
Good, man. Oh, you punched an hour out.
Yeah, I can keep on. I'm a talker.